Hello everybody. Today is the day. I've been wanting to do a channel for quite a while now in regards to the Kansas Pick 3 lottery. And so after several really nice wins, I figured I should go ahead and share with anybody that wants to know what strategies I'm currently using to choose my numbers and how I do them. I hope that you will leave me feedback. I'm very new to this type of thing, so without any further chit chat, let's get started here. So I just hit, in Kansas we have the midday and the evening drawings for the Pick 3, and today I just hit an innie. Actually it was this morning for the mid draw, and so we are still currently waiting. I think that there's about 2 hours left actually until the evening draw. So right now this is going to be a rundown for the evening draw, and it is February 8th, 2020. So today the mid draw was 780. So 780 was the mid draw for today. Now, the first thing I always do, mind you, there are several strategies that I've been utilizing to choose my numbers, but the first one, and the one that I find the most efficient, is the 317 rundown. Now, a lot of people will probably already know what that is, but for those of you that don't, this is how you do it. So you would take your latest winning numbers, and you would just put your 317 on top of those. And so what we're going to do is add 7 plus 0, which is 7, 8 plus 1, and we got 9, 7 plus 3 is 10. And when you come across the 10, or you always drop the 1, so 7 plus 3 is 10, so that's a 0. Okay, now we're going to do 7 plus 7, which is 14, so we'll do 4, and then we drop the 1, you know, so it's just 4. 9 plus 1 is 10, so that's a 0. 3 plus 0 is 3. There we go. Now we're going to continue this all the way down until we end back up with 780, which was our winning numbers for this drawing today. So I'm just going to continue on down, and bear with me here. So 7, which would be 11. 1 plus 0, 1. 3 plus 3 is 6. 7 plus 1 is 8. 1 plus 1 is 2. 3 plus 6 is 9. 9 plus 3 is 12. 1 plus 2 is 3. 7 plus 8, 15. 5 plus 7 is 12. 3 plus 1, 4. 3 plus 2, 5. 5 plus 3, 8. 4 plus 1, 5. 7 2 is 9. 7 and 9, 16. 5 plus 1 is 6. 8 plus 3 is 11. 3 plus 1 is 4. 6 plus 1 is 7. 7 plus 6 is 13. 7 plus 3 is 10. 1 plus 7 is 8. 3 plus 4 is 7. There we go. That is what you call a 317 rundown. You're taking your 317, and underneath it, your winning combination, your last win, and you're going to continually add all the way down until you end up with the combination again at the bottom. So essentially with all the rundowns, you'll have the winning combination in 2 places. Now from here, a lot of people that I've seen will do the date sum, you know, So let's say today's date is February 8th, so you would do 2, 8, so 8 plus 2 would be 10, and then you would of course would drop the 1, so it would be 0, and I think that that is what they would call the date sum. There's different terms, bear with me here, I'm still learning. There's the root sum, the date sum, I'm sure there's some other sums, but for right now, we're just keeping it simple. We're just gonna focus on the 317 rundown in itself. Now, the reason why I wanted to show you this date sum is that a lot of people that do this strategy will take their date sum, and which this case it's 0, and they will work around or with all of the zeros that are included in their rundown. I find that to be a little stressful, and I'm trying to make this as easy as possible. So I'm just trying to share with you the strategies that I've been using and how I choose my sets of numbers, and hopefully it will help some people out there get a win just like I have been getting. So after I do my 317 rundown, or anytime I'm doing my 317 rundown, I'm just always typically paying attention to the numbers. Different numbers are going to stand out for different people, you know what I mean? I look for, you know, doubles, like this 2-2 here. I'm looking at anything that looks like symmetrical, or if that makes any sense, or like in this case, what first stands out is I've got this 090, 090. See how it's there twice? And I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna look and see if there's any other, you know, which I don't see. It's just important to pay attention to that, you know? And even though a lot of this is like mathematical as far as determining the numbers or what have you, I think that a lot of the times intuition has just as much of a part in which numbers you're choosing to focus on. Now there's a lot of other topics to discuss, which I will definitely be doing in the future, but being that this is my first video and I'm just kind of practicing filming, I just wanted to share and start with the basics here for people that may not know how to do this already. So let's keep it going here. So this is what I do. I have been doing every single midday and evening draw since I started this on January 2nd of 2020 of this year. So I've done this every single day. I did not have any hits to make, I didn't make any money, and I played the numbers every day until Super Bowl Sunday. On Super Bowl Sunday, I hit an innie and made 80 bucks, and the next day I hit an exact and an innie and made $580. And then I hit another innie a day after that and made $80, and then this morning I just hit another innie and made $80. And so that's why I feel like that I can share these strategies I've been using. And there's a lot to it, but yet there isn't really. So hopefully you guys can understand the rest of this here. So what I've been doing after I do my 317 rundown, and also let me add, I recommend that everybody gets, you know, if you're going to dedicate yourself to actually making money with the Pick 3 or whatever, you know, lottery strategies you're using, get yourself a notebook that you're going to use that's just for that, because there's going to be a lot of flipping back and forth, you know. So in this notebook I've got right here, don't mind this information, it's really not, that's just something else, but I've went ahead and I put February here, and I've got my mid, my eve, and then I've numbered all the way down. So my month of February, all the numbers that are called, I'm going to have documented on this page. And I think that that's important. It's extremely important, because you want to be able to go back and look at numbers that you've already seen, you know. And these numbers that are here on the sides right here, these are just the V tracks, and that's a whole other topic. So we're not going to discuss these right here, but like the 863 and 823, those were the numbers that were actually called by Kansas Lottery so far. So this 726 right here, I hit that exact and any. I made $580 off that draw. This 280 right here, I hit with an any order, and I made $80 on that draw. And then today, 780, I made another $80 on this draw. And the reason why I'm sharing that with you is because I want you to know that these strategies can and do work. But obviously, like I said, I started on the 2nd of January and played every single day up until this point here. I didn't win anything. Mind you, I was still choosing the correct combinations, but I wasn't playing every single combination. I just found it to be pointless to be playing 25 sets of 3 for 25 bucks with a potential hit, maybe, maybe not. Because then when I do hit, my payout's not going to be as much because I've spent so much on my numbers. That's another awesome thing about doing these videos, is because even though I'm going to continue to play, maybe some of you out there will choose numbers that I didn't choose, or just choose some of the numbers that I come up with, and you'll win yourselves. And I truly hope that that is going to happen, and I think it will. I truly think it will. So let's continue on here. So when I'm doing my strategies, when I'm trying to figure out what numbers I'm going to play, which I've already done, by the way, for the evening draw, and I don't mind sharing, just looking for my tickets here. I don't mind sharing the numbers that I play, you know, because it's not going to hurt my payout, you know, and I definitely think it'll help some of you out there who are wanting to get into this pick 3 and actually make some money. I think that it will, it'll help you. The more open I am about what I'm doing, I think that it will benefit all involved. So, don't mind these yet though. We're gonna continue with our strategies here. Sorry, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. So I start off with my 317 rundown. That's right here. And then after that, I do, I have 3 tic-tac-toe grids that I'm gonna do. And so my first tic-tac-toe grid, which is just gonna be a tic-tac-toe, okay? And I'm gonna do another one. Okay, and then I'm gonna do another one. Okay, so I've got my 317 rundown, and I've got my 3 tic-tac-toe grids. So now this is all subject to change, and you can do this however you want. This is just what I've been doing. Okay, so I've got my winning number 780, which was called today midday. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do 780. Okay, and then I'm gonna do on the second one here, I'm gonna do 780. Okay, and then on my third one, I'm gonna do like this, 780. All right, so from here, I've got my 0 here, or my 0. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna just count up from that, okay? So I'm gonna go 0 would be 1, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay? Now, on this one, I'm gonna count down. So that's like a 10. 0 would be a 10. So I'm gonna go 0, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. All right. Now, for this third one here, which I'm sorry that I don't already have this down, you're going to have your mirror chart, your mirror numbers, and your flip numbers. So for their mirror numbers, we'll just go ahead and write them out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Okay? And for our flip numbers, we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 0. Now you don't have to do this every time. I'm looking up ahead of me. I have this on a board in the room here, so that's how I'm going to fill this out. But what you should do, and I highly recommend, is to just copy this chart, post that up, because you're going to be using it a lot. And I don't have these all memorized yet, but I'm sure that eventually I will. So with the mirror numbers, this is how it's going to go. So 1 is 6, 2 is 7, 8, 9, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay? Those are the mirror numbers. 5 is a mirror number of 0. 0 is a mirror number of 5. 2 is a mirror of 7. 7 is a 2. And for flip numbers, now there's a strategy for this. I think it's add 5. So whatever your mirror number is, like if you have a 5, you just, well, I guess, yeah, you add 5. So 6, you add 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, which would be 1. 9, you add 5, would be 9 plus 5 is 14. Drop that 1, you got a 4. So a 9 is a 4. The flip numbers, I'm not quite sure how that works, but I'll just let you know that what they are. A 1 is a 4. A 2 is a 5. 3 is a 6. 4 is a 7. 8, 9, 7 is a 0. 8 is a 1. Then a 2. And a 3. So I can see if you're looking at a mirror chart, I get a little confused when I'm on my flip, because on flip it's different. You know, your 9 would be a 2, but yet your 2 is not a 9. A 2 is a 5. But just pay no attention to that. We're just using these charts here for this third tic-tac-toe grid. So on this third tic-tac-toe grid, we're going to do the flip numbers here. And we're going to do the mirror numbers here, okay? So the flip numbers are of 7, 7 is a 0. An 8 is a 1. A 0 is a 3. So 0, 1, 3 is going to be a flip number of 780, okay? Now for our mirror numbers on this side, we're going to go a 7 is a 2, an 8 is a 3, and a 0 is a 5. There we go. That's it. That's all we're going to be talking about now, is our 317 and our 3 tic-tac-toe grids. Okay, so basically, and if you don't already follow the Lottery Post website, I highly suggest it. You just go to lotterypost.com and you click the pick 3 games, and then you just scroll and find Kansas. There is a lot of really intelligent and awesome people that share, you know, different numbers and do numbers and all that stuff. And I found that to be the most helpful with learning about how to choose my numbers, and you know, and to actually figure out my sets of numbers, as opposed to just throwing caution to the wind, which you can do, mind you, but just realize that your chances of hitting your 3 numbers at all is 1 in 1,000, and that's not, you know, Powerball odds or anything. It's a little bit easier than that, but at the same time, it's important to have, you know, these strategies down, because they will really reduce that 1 in 1,000 down to a lot less, and you'll have a lot more chances of actually picking your winning numbers. So since I've already got my tickets here, and I can't even remember exactly what I chose and why, but let me just start off with sharing my tickets that I have for this tonight's draw. So I see this first one here. I've got a 580. Now I can see why. A lot of the times, the next draw will come out of directly of one of these. Before I was ever using the tic-tac-toe grids and I was just using the 317 rundowns, it would be like, you know, let's say that 780 was called, and then I'm trying to figure out the next day's draw. So the next, or the evening draw, if this was the midday, let's say that, you know, 780 was just called, and then the next draw comes up and it's time and it's 706. Well, what do you know? 706 is right there. 076 is right there. 076, it's right there. So that's 3 times that number 706 is on the previous draw. Now that's just an example, but that's just 7 to 8 out of 10 times. That's how it happens. Crazy, I know. That's why I'm hooked on this 317. Mind you, I've utilized other, you know, 639, 123, 234 rundowns. But for this video, we're just going to focus on our 317. So now, like I said, today I just hit an innie. I made 80 bucks. I highly doubt, but I'm hoping that I will hit tonight. So let's see what numbers I played for the evening and why. So I've got my first number right here, which is a 580. So my 580, and I played it exact, so it must have been important. Let's figure that out. Figure out why. Oh, I see. I can see right now. So you see how I've got my first grid here? I've got my 580. That's one time that number is showing up to me. Here I've got 580. That's 2 times. Here I've got 580. 580. That's 3 times. Okay, I can already see why I picked exact, because the number is already showing up 3 times to me. Does that mean anything as far as whether or not it will be called? Not exactly, but let's see how this plays out. And actually in my next video, or maybe I'll just mix it into this one, I will share the results of this evening's draw. Okay, so when I'm looking over here, 580, I'm not seeing it anywhere, which isn't a bad thing, you know, because there have several times, or, you know, it will happen. The numbers won't necessarily be here and touching, but I can tell you why I played exact on this one already is because that number is here 3 times. So now I've got my next number. I played an innie and it was 501. And so I'm trying to see here. 501. So I can see here I've got a 1, 0, and a 5. So that would be why I played that number that way. I'm using my phone to record. I wish I wasn't, because I would be able to go on and see. There were some different things that this gentleman, his name is actually Oscar Grouch, and I want to thank you, Oscar Grouch on Lottery Post, because you are the one that runs the Kansas Pick 3 forum on there, and you have really helped me a lot as far as learning and are still helping me to learn. So thank you if you're watching this. I really do appreciate everything that you do. And I think that what it was is on the website he had posted something like 50 was due, and I know for a fact that he posted 80 was due, and I can guarantee you that's why I played that number. So, like, thanks again, Oscar Grouch. All right, so I've got the 501 I played. Then I played a 251. Okay, so let's see here. I can see right here, 251. Okay. 1, 2, 5. 1, 2, 5. Okay, so I would have played that one, you know, because of seeing it there multiple times. So sometimes they'll be in all of them. Sometimes it'll only be in one, like maybe the corner here, you know, as far as the next winning numbers. Sometimes they won't be anywhere, you know, but that's the name of the game. That's what you call gambling. You're not going to win every single time. But if you dedicate yourself and you do these strategies every time, I guarantee you, if you hang in there and keep it up, you will get a payoff for it. I guarantee you that. I promise you. It will happen. And it feels great. So, all right. Next I've got, okay, so let me just share this right now. I've been hooked on triples ever since I started playing. The last set of triples was called on December 31st of 2019, I think it was. And that was triple sixes. And one thing that I found to be interesting and helpful, I went ahead and I just wrote down every single triple that has been called, and you can find that information out on the Kansas Lottery website. But triple sixes, actually they were called on the 30th of December of 2019. Now, this chart that I made, it goes back till what is it, June 8th of 2010, and it's got 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, 6, 6, 6, 7, 7, 7, 8, 8, 8, 9, 9, 9. I wrote that all down, and basically I went through on the Kansas Lottery website and I put down every single date for each one of those triples. So I can look at this right here and I can tell you that the triples that have been played or that have came up and on, sorry, I'm trying to cover up the pointless information here. And I can tell you what days they came out, okay? So the reason why I played triple sevens, well, first of all, and I'm sorry if this makes it too confusing for you, but I don't necessarily see a 777 here, but what I do see is a 707 and a 700. 770. And the reason why that's important is because if we look at our flip chart right here, we can see that a 7 is also a 0. Okay? That's why I would have played 777. Now, these and another thing, the triples, they always, I've seen online where people will say that they kind of they happen with the full moon. And tonight we are having a full moon, and it's beautiful. If you have not stepped out and seen it, I suggest you do. If you're watching this at a later date, my apologies. I just thought I would share that. I love the moon. And so here we go. That's why I would have played 777. I know the triples are due. They haven't happened since the end of December. So everybody is pretty much talking about it. We're waiting for them triples to drop. And it's going to happen. I guarantee you. They say 3 days before the full moon, the day of the full moon, or 3 days after. But only time will tell. Okay, I see the next numbers that I've got here is an 847 I played. So, 847. And it looks like right here, 478. 478. 748. 784. 784. Okay, that would be why I played 847. I played it any because, you know, you play it any. No matter what, if those numbers are called, it's $80 payout. Unless if it's doubles, which would be like if it was 887, that would be $160 payout. Now, when I play these exacts, if these numbers hit just like that, that's $500. And that's my ultimate goal. You know, the ultimate goal for me is going to be like what I did on this last 726 winning numbers. I played 726 exact, and I played it any. That's why I got $580. The next time, when I know some numbers are due, I'm going to try doing 5 different tickets, same number exact. That's $500 for each of those tickets. That's freaking awesome, if you ask me. All right, so looks like I've got, this is my second ticket. So this was the first one. I'll set that aside here. This is my second ticket here. So it looks like I spent 5, I spent $15. So I've got it's $1 per wager. So I spent 15 bucks. And I'm sorry if this video is too long, but it's been 30 minutes already. So I may have to edit some stuff out. I've got a 072. I played it exact and any. Same with 116 and 621, I did an exact. Okay. And then my third ticket, I've got 621 any. And 835 exact. 835 any. 860 exact. 860 any. Now the reason why I'm doing an exact and an any is, like I said, your numbers get called. If you play that number exact and it hits as an any, you're gonna be pissed. And I can't tell you how pissed I am that today when I hit my 780, which was on my second ticket, so I had 5 wagers on the first ticket and 2 wagers on the second, I played 780 any, and then the next one 705 exact, like a dummy. I should have done my 780 exact and any, and I would have made $580 today instead of just 80. So that's just a quick rundown. Like I said, this is how I've been choosing my numbers, and I hope that this will help some people. Please give me feedback to help me help my channel progress. I really want to make this a common thing in my life, is doing these types of videos, sharing my sets of numbers, and helping you out there win some money. So thank you for watching, and you have an awesome day. Bye.